So we're here again. Day 4, I think. So yesterday we had a look at swing through. So today I'm just going to walk you through the delivery of pull away. Again, it's quite an easy method to understand on paper, not so easy to deliver. Now, one of the key things to me with pull away is that I only want the right lead once. That's important, which we'll get to later. But we only want the right lead once. So once we've picked our kill point, our viewpoint, and we've got a 50% gun hold, we're then going to obviously mount on the clay. We have to mount directly on it to allow us to do the pull away. Now, the problem being is most people connect to that clay and immediately leave it. That ain't going to work all the time. For the simple reason, if that bird wants a foot, we pull off immediately to a foot, we're nowhere near our kill point. So it's like, hold it. And we do like a pull away, maintain lead hybrid. And again, we just end up being at the wrong gun speed, wrong lead, wrong line. Everything goes wrong. So there are going to be two variables with pull away. So when I explained the swing through to you yesterday, I was very harsh to say that, you must control the negative lead. Well, with pull away, you must control. It's a variable. How long can I stay there? So you need to know how long you can point at that clay for, and then how much lead you're going to give it. So two variables. How long am I staying there? How much lead do I need to see? They're the two things you must decide before you call pull. If you imagine that we only want to see the right lead once. So sometimes if the lead's small, we won't actually start to leave that clay until we enter the kill zone. If the lead's bigger, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 feet, that's going to take time. Lead is time. Lead takes time to pull. So if you can pull X amount of feet every second and you need X amount of lead, you need to know that you can pull that in the short space of time. So we can't just hold it, and then need 8 feet by now. That's not going to work. So we start to pull the 8 feet by here. And when I shoot my pull away, what I try to do is quarter off my lead. So every time I want to see a lead, I quarter it off. So if I want to see 8 feet, I see 2, 4, 6, 8. That stops me flashing and exploding my gun to my lead. If I want to see, let's say 2 foot of lead, I see 6 inch, 12 inch, 18, 2 foot, bang. What I don't want you to do is do a pull away method where it's at it, final lead, and nothing in between. Therefore, we've exploded the gun, we've accelerated with far too much haste, and we can't control it. Exactly what I said yesterday. One of two things must happen. We either do it again or we never do it again. And if we don't know what we did, neither option is available to you. So, pull away is my favored method. It's my go-to method. But I must control those two things. How much lead am I going to give it? How long is that lead going to take me to pull? And how long does that leave me pointing at the clay? You get the old school shooters that say, oh my God, you don't ride the clay. Okay, well, don't ride it then. That's simple. I do. I teach it and I teach it well, and it works for many, many people. The way that, the longer you leave me on a clay, the better the chances of me hitting it, because I'm learning two things. Where are you going? And how fast are you going there? That's all I need to know. Then the rest of it is up to me to apply the space. Now, as I said with the rotating golf balls on my live feed last night, going straight to a medium speed bird at 20 yards, that's easy. The clay's as big as a house. 40, 50, 60 yards, going straight to something that's now smaller than your bead. Remember these distances, 21 yards, your average size bead becomes bigger than a midi. 27 yards, your average size bead becomes bigger than a standard. You're going to go straight to it. You mean you can no longer see it. And if you're going to go to it 6 times in a row, it's not going to happen. So the bigger the distance I am away from the target, the bigger the tolerance I have of going to it. Where if I get out to 50 yards, I imagine the top of a black dustbin. And if I can get the clay and my gun in there and match its speed from there, that's acceptable. the better I'm shooting, the tighter I bring that in. You know, if you've been on the piss or you've had a good day and you're happy if eyes aren't really working, widen that tolerance, be safe. But if you're fired up, it's a world championships at my level, I'm going tight. I want to be able to go tight. And that's when I say to people, what am I practicing? I'm practicing my hand speed and my timing. That's what I'm talking about, is getting in here, getting tight to that bird. So three things to remember with pull away. 2 variables. How long am I staying on the clay? How much lead does it want? And then your hand speed. That's got to be right. And how tight do I need to get? I hope that just helps you out with your mental side of pull away during these shitty times we're going through, and you can play them back in your mind. Any questions on pull away, as usual, bash them across, and hopefully we'll see you all online later on. Be safe, people.